Welcome to the NHS Tayside Speech and Language Therapy Late Talkers Parent Information Session. This is part one of a two-part video that you can watch at home in your own time. We hope you find it useful. In part one, we will cover the importance of parents and carers and the stages of language development. So here we have a nice simple visual to show how we work with families to support their child. We aim to empower the people who are closest to the child. Your child will learn when you are together and communicating about all the things that are most interesting, familiar and important to them. By using your knowledge about your child, communication will become motivating and fun. You will make the difference to your child's progress. It's important to know and understand the difference between language and speech. Language refers to how many words a child knows and says. Speech means what sounds your child can make and how clear they are. So a late talker might have a good understanding of language, but they aren't using many words. They might also be finding it tricky to join words together. When a child is late to talk, this can unknowingly change how adults interact with them. This can happen in the following ways. They might unknowingly interact less with their child. They might miss some of their child's more subtle attempts to communicate, such as gesture or pointing. They might assume a more directive role, for example, directing play, such as giving lots of instructions. Or they might ask more questions. When learning to talk, children must first understand the words they hear. Some children can find this difficult. It often appears that children are able to understand. However, the environment or daily routine can give clues about what you are saying. For example, you're standing at the door putting your coat on as you do every morning before you go out. You're holding your child's coat towards them. You say, "It's time to go. Put your coat on." How much of this language does your child need to understand? None, because the environment has given them all the clues they need. It's worth having a think about what your child truly understands. As speech and language therapists, we always want to make sure this is looked at first, before supporting other areas of language development. Here are some really nice simple tips to support your child's understanding. Allow extra thinking time. A child can be just ready to respond when we interrupt with another question. This results in the child having to start processing the language again. You might find a 10-second pause is helpful. Try counting to 10 in your head before saying it again. This will feel like a really long time to wait, but children need that time to think. Use gestures or Makaton. Makaton uses signs to support key words in language as you talk. Your child's nursery might use it, and you might be familiar with Mr. Tumble. Keep your language simple. Try to use a similar number of words that your child would. That makes it easier for them to copy you. For example, if your child names something using one word, then you should model new words using one word. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Children need to hear words many times before they can understand and use them themselves. Use the same words in the same routines so your child can learn them. Show them what you mean. Show them what you are talking about or use gesture and Makaton signs. This helps build children's understanding of the meaning behind the words you are saying. So over the next 3 slides, we will discuss the early stages of language development. First, words. As a rough guide, this is around 1 year. Children begin by using high-frequency words or words that are motivating to them. These are usually names of things or people. They may make longer babble strings. They may use gestures. And pointing and looking at the adult continues to be important. As a rough guide, these things happen around 2 years. The first 50 words are mainly objects and a few action words. Action words are really important. We need action words to put sentences together in the future. They may be building 2 to 3 words together, such as more juice, my car, all gone toast. They can use simple questions such as where baby. They can understand between 200 and 500 words. Remember to be careful with questions. Use comments instead of questions. A good rule is 1 question to every 4 comments. You can use your hand to remind you. 1 question is your thumb, for every 4 comments, your fingers. As a rough guide, this happens around 3 years and up. At this stage, your child will be able to put 4 or 5 words together. They will also be using lots of different types of words to say what things look like, such as big, soft. Where things are, such as in, on, under. What things are for, and their action words will be expanding. Eating, playing, jumping. To say how many, such as lots. To talk about who they are. Me, you, him. They will be understanding more questions such as who, what, where. Your child will have clearer speech, but might still be unclear to unfamiliar people. They will be able to have proper conversations and listen and remember simple stories. Here are some useful websites where you can find more information about supporting your child's speech, language and communication. You can also visit our Facebook page or our website. Thank you for watching Part 1. Please watch Part 2 for more information on how to help your child.